Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to go over how you can calculate combinations and permutations in Excel and also show you how you can calculate the Powerball odds. So anytime you're dealing with combinations and permutations, you need to know the number of items that are selected, or let's say in the case of a lottery, the number of balls that are selected, and the total number of balls that are in there that you can select from, right? So in the case of the Powerball, there's 69 possible numbers to choose from in the first draw, and you have to select 5. And now, so to calculate this in Excel, we use the COMBIN function. This gives you the number of combinations. Now, this is without any repetition. So this means that you can only select the number one time. And by doing so, your population size here decreases each time, so it becomes a smaller pool to choose from. So that's good for your odds, right? That means there's fewer combinations. So in this case, for the first argument, for the number, this is the population size, and then the number chosen, this is the number of balls or the number of items that are chosen, which is going to be 5. What was that? So that tells us there's 11.2 million possible combinations. Now there's also the possibility that, let's say you want to calculate the odds or the number of combinations with repetition. So with repetition means that you can select the same number or the same item over and over again. So to do that, to calculate that, we use the COMBIN function, and we're still selecting the same population and the same number chosen. But because there's repetition now, the number of combinations rises to over 15 million. So you can see just by allowing for repetition, that's almost 4 million more combinations. Now, permutations are a little bit different in the sense that the order matters. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those are two different combinations. In a lottery, you don't really care the order of the numbers or how they're picked, but with permutations, it does matter. So as you can imagine, there's going to be a whole lot more permutations than there are combinations just because of that. So to calculate that, there's a PERMUT function for the number of permutations. We select the population number again and the number that are selected. So as you can see, the arguments are the same whether you're doing a combination or permutation formula, but the results are drastically different. So here we got 1.3 billion different permutations. Now if we're doing permutations with repetition, we're using a different formula this time. We've got permutation A at the bottom. And again, selecting the population, selecting the number that are selected. And just like that, we're up to almost 1.6 billion possible permutations. So it varies a lot depending on which one of these formulas you use. And the key thing that's going to come down to is whether you want repetition and whether order matters. If order matters, you're selecting permutations. If repetition matters, you need to select the functions that use repetition. Now, as far as calculating the Powerball odds, so in the Powerball lottery, there's 2 draws. One where you're selecting 5 balls out of 69, and another one where you're selecting one number out of 26. So this first draw, you've got a 1 in 11.2 million chance. So I'm going to copy this over because this is going to be the value of the first draw. And so when you're dealing with combinations and you want both events to happen, so you want to win both draws, then what you want to do is multiply those different combinations or possibilities against one another. You don't want to just add them, you want to multiply them. So to do that second draw, we're selecting one number out of 26. And so there's only 26 combinations, right? Because you're only selecting one number. So to multiply these, we're just taking this 11.2 million for our first draw, multiply it by the number of combinations in the second draw, and that gets us to that 292 million number that gets quoted when talking about the Powerball odds. So you can see that both events need to happen, and in that case, we multiply them. But quick recap here. Basically, the same arguments are going to be used. You know the total population, the number of items that are selected, And then it's just a matter of selecting the right function. If you want combinations, you're using COMBIN. If you want repetition on those combinations, you're adding an A to the end of that function. For permutations, and this is when order matters, you're using PERMUT. And if it's permutations with repetition, then you're using permutation A. So that's how you can calculate combinations and permutations in Excel. Hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.